right. Good afternoon and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Lampy28, and with me today is none other than Trip Nip himself. Look at that beautiful face, folks. We are IVRL. This is season 1, and we are currently at the World Finals. This is the World Championship, folks. It doesn't get any bigger than this. We have Vikings versus Raptors, EU #1 team, Vikings versus NA's #1 team, the Raptors, head-to-head, battling it out today for you, only you, here live on this channel here, IVRL1. Twit, Trip, what do you got for us?
Well, I don't know. What do we want to go over first? I mean, we've got postseason matches. We've got, you know what I think we need to run first? I think we just need to run that World Final video.
The team video, right off the bat.
The team video. I think so. I think we need to show the people what they're in for.
Well, I'll tell you what. Let's go to the bracket and let's see what these teams had to go through to get here, and then we'll warm up to the team video. You want to do that?
Okay.
Let's do that. IVRL bracket. This was the season 1 postseason bracket. As you can tell, the regional semifinals. NA side on top. G-Men versus Dark Matter to start things off, and Dark Matter taking that victory. Raptors had to face off versus Dark Tidings, and Raptors taking that victory as well. And then Dark Matter and Raptors going head-to-head, and Raptors clinching the NA Finals and Championship, moving on to the Worlds. And now currently in the EU, beginners, Vikings head-to-head, battled it out. Vikings were victorious. Boss Fight versus Team K, and Boss Fight came ahead on that one. And then Vikings and Boss Fight faced off in the EU Finals, and Vikings became victorious. Moving on to the World Championship today, folks. Here we are, World Finals, Raptors versus Vikings. And as we took a look at that trip, back on the scoreboard here. So what do? We go into the videos, we show the people what's in store for these guys?
I think so. I think the people want to see it.
Okay. Let's do it. Oh, or do you want to do the rosters of them first?
Do the rosters. Let's go over the rosters first.
Let's do the rosters first. We're so excited about this new video that Etch put together that we want to get to it so fast, but we want to build up the suspension. As you know, we're excited to play all these great graphics that Trip and Etch have spent hours and hours and countless nights on. But before we get to that, let's get to the lineups and the starting lineups of both teams. Here we are. Go ahead, Trip. Take us away.
On the NA side, we've got Raptors, #2, 2464 SRS. We've got Marksman, Distorted, Messino, Raz TM, Rypick, Soldiers, and Tiger Striker. And you can see at the bottom there that they have fought all of these teams in the postseason. They played Kai, they played Tempo, they played Dark Matter, Dark Tidings, and Dark Matter again, to claim that #1 spot in the North American Cup. And then on the EU side, we've got Vikings, #3 in the EU ladder, 2462 SRS, Captain Mantis. Then we've got Lone Miyagi, Embolism, Noctum, Shadow Warrior, Thrywin, Caltrop, and Turtle. And the teams they had to face to get this spot were Dead Logic, Friendly Fire, Boss Fight, Beginners, and then Boss Fight again.
Wow. What a lineup from both sides. I mean, if you've been in Onward, if you have been in comp lobbies or seen any of our league or any league in Onward, you know these names. You've seen these names in either comp lobbies or face against them. And I'm super excited about this, as it's going to be one heck of a battle between these two teams.
One heck of a battle indeed. I am super excited for it. And we actually have a little surprise pre-show, so stay tuned for our new coin flip. we have reinvented the wheel.
Reinvented is the best word to call it as. Yes, right. All right. Well, how about we do this video? Let's do this. This World Final team video that Etch has put together for us today. None other than Etch and Trip putting together this little promo for the World team. Here we are, the World Finals, Vikings versus Raptors. EU champions, Vikings. And the Vikings, coming from a small Scandinavian town, they are seafaring people traveling across the seas, doing none other than raiding every small IVRL team along their way as they have made their way to the championship through all the bearers of bad news here in the EU. Masters of long distance. These guys have mastered every long distance map. And as you can see throughout the regular season, points scored 126 over points given up 107. Best map being Snow Peak, 24 points scored and only 8 given up. And look at that playoff record as they went 4-1 in the playoffs, only going down to boss fight once, but getting them again in the EU finals. And then the Raptors, NA champions. And as we know, Raptors, a prehistoric team, back from the jungle, prehistoric era, traveling in packs, just dominating and killing everything in their path. Basically undefeated as a team. Nothing can stop these guys but possibly God himself. And as you can see, Raptors are hungry and playoff feasting as what a record here in the postseason. Only going down to Kai on the very first round, but went 4-0 after that. Well, look at that record, only giving up 7 points in the postseason. Downfall being their best map in the regular season, 23 points scored against only 9 given up. And in the regular season, 124-91. And head-to-head battle here. Vikings versus Raptors today here in the World Championship IVRL season number 1. What you think, Trip?
I think that's an excellent video. Shout out to Etch for making it, and just shows you how excited we are for this matchup. I'm so excited for this matchup.
Yeah, the pre-show is about to start off here as we're going to find out who is going to be home and who is going to be away. And this is a once-in-a-lifetime IVRL exclusive way of doing who is home and who is away, and I'm excited to see this. We're waiting for just the captain currently of Raptors to join this private lobby as we're calling it here.
Don't give him any info.
I'm not giving him anything.
Don't give him anything. We want this to be a surprise.
What do you expect me to do here while they load up, huh? I mean,
you know what? We've got the caster stats.
We do.
Up the caster
we can
info.
go to the caster stats as we're waiting. We've done this once before. If you watched the previous cast of Trip and I, we've done the caster stats. And here is a little stats card for a caster, as you know, we wanted to show you guys a little more personal information about us here, and we put again this little fun fact type thing. I'll go first on myself. I am on a team here in the IVRL for Tempo. Throughout the regular season, and that's not including the postseason or the summer showdown of last year, I casted 54 matches in 21 weeks. And some weeks I casted 6, and some I casted 0. So just depending on my schedule, that's how that went. And then cast per week, stat, about 2.5 casts per week on average. Overlays, I would say less than 5. I had one bad day. I think I had 2 in a row. But other than that, it's very few and far between where I do lay the overlay up. First cast, in Aura Mortis vs. Fury. And some fun facts about myself. I'm the IVRL community manager, aka the Discord babysitter, or Discord dad, as they want to call it. I am the captain of Tempo, and Tempo is a team coached by Theta. I am the team boomer, as I am the oldest member of Tempo, and I have the role of the team Sasquatch. I am just about the tallest on the team. I stand roughly at a 6'2" frame. And actually a DJ, yes, I was, and I guess I still am, as they say, once a DJ, all a DJ. For 10 years,
right?
yeah, 10 years of my life, I was a DJ, owned a DJ company. So those days were in the past, I thought, but here I am, DJing to you guys right now. Trip.
Yeah, I'll give my stats out. I am on Team Kai. My cast apparently was only 11, although I think Lamp is padding his stats. He is the one that was pulling all of these, and I feel like he's padding them a little bit. That does bring my cast per week down to about a half a cast a week in the 21 weeks, as we said. And I don't have a whole lot of overlays. 2 question mark, that's just an assumption. We don't actually keep that statistic. My first cast was Leftovers versus Legacy. I am an IVRL board member. I do live in the tropics. I live in Barbados. I make all of these casting assets along with Etch, and I have the record for most hiccups in a cast. If you haven't seen it, you definitely need to go back and watch it.
Yes, that was a beautiful, beautiful cast. I'll tell you that. All right.
So we're just waiting on the Raptors representative to show up to this lobby.
Yep, and I just pinged the representative, and he should be in here very shortly. Let's get back to the scoreboard as we are waiting on, that representative. We're gonna find out who's gonna be home, who's gonna be away, and that's a big difference here. As the IVRL in the postseason, home gets the first map pick and they get the third map pick, but away team is gonna ban first. They get 1 ban, and then home team's going to get that second ban. And that's a big deal here, as we're only playing 3 maps. There's only 1 ban, and this is all DPI maps that they can choose from. So no custom maps, nothing like that's going to take place. And fun fact, if you haven't watched, I don't want to be the spoiler of it, but we have not had a map 3 in the postseason as of yet. And that's quite crazy as the amount of ties that we've had throughout the regular season.
Yeah, I mean, all of our postseason matches have just been absolutely insane. They've been super fast, super aggressive, and that's not something you normally see, especially with the whole season being relatively even matchups. We didn't see a whole lot of blowouts. Everyone was playing a little passive. We saw some new strats, but nothing like we saw in those in the regional finals. Right. I mean, it was insane.
It was. And I hope you guys got to watch those matchups, and if you didn't, you can find them on the Twitch. And if they're not on the Twitch, they got uploaded to our YouTube, IVRL. So easy search, IVRL. On the Twitch channel, we do have 2 channels, so IVRL 1 and IVRL 2. Very simple. I recommend you please following and maybe even subscribing to both. And that way you do get notified every time we do go live, as we're only right now Onward exclusive and possibly going into being Veil exclusive as well. So, IVRL moving into their second game, which has some very exciting news. And Trip, do you want to touch base on what's going on this summer into Veil?
Yeah, sure. I mean, we could even play that video if we want to.
You want to play the video first?
Yeah. Let's roll the video.
All right, folks. Big news from IVRL and Veil, brand new PC game here in the VR. Let's roll this and give you a quick little insight of what's going on here this summer. Yeah, there we go, folks. Veil is coming out, and we have lost Trip for just a moment as he is loading into the new improved IVRL exclusive home field advantage competition. And here we go, folks. I'm going to jump into this as we are jumping into. Let's just jump into it. We're going to jump into a shooting range here. All right, folks, this is how things are going to go here in the IVRL World Finals. We are not going to flip a coin. We are not going to base who got a higher ranking, as we're basing this on 2 different divisions. And we have a shooting range set up for home field. We have 10 pistols lined up on the table. We preloaded the pistols. All pistols. There's 5 on each side. Only 1 on each side actually has bullets.
Oops, shit,
I'll let
sorry.
Trip take over here.
Stand on either side of the table, and then I'm gonna give the folks at home a little spiel. So I'm really hoping that my caster is overhead.
We are here. We are here with you.
All right. So the rules are as follows. There are 5 guns. 1 is loaded per side. Each team will pick up a gun at the same time, point it at the other person, and pull the trigger. The first one to kill the other gets home.
Only 1 gun is loaded out of 5 on each side. So
Who goes
All right,
first?
draw your first weapon off the table. Point it at the other. Fire. Oh, clicks. All right, throw that one away. Next weapon.
Attention.
Point. And fire.
blanks from both sides. Down to 3 weapons, folks. Only 1 on each side is loaded.
May the odds be forever in your favor.
Yeah, useful.
Ready?
Oh,
And Raptors with the loaded gun.
was his gun
Was
gonna
his
fire?
gun loaded? Is this his?
Yeah, his was
Oh,
loaded too.
second load.
Oh, premature.
It did. It did.
So just
It did.
because you fired
Oh my
first, does
God.
that mean
Give it to him. Give it to him.
we found a loophole? What what do we
We
do
did
now?
find a loophole.
The only way to mess this up.
Rock, paper, scissors, yeah?
Just give
Here's
both loaded
1,000.
guns. So
We could just give them both loaded guns.
Do
You guys want to do a
3-2-1.
duel? Just for fun?
Sure.
Oh
Pistol
my
duel?
god.
Here we go.
There's one.
So how's this gonna work? You need to lay out every single rule in brutal detail for me to...
So, give him. Yeah, it's just fully loaded. You're just fully
I don't
loaded.
know if it's only one.
Yeah.
Just reload your loadout. You're both Marsoc. Just. Okay. I'm gonna shoot in the air. When
There
I
we
shoot,
go. That'll work.
you shoot each other.
Wait, what the fuck?
Here,
Okay.
let's go out here. Let's go out here. Let's go out here. Let's make this.
This is how we do it in the IVRL, folks. We under weird circumstances, we figure things out as quickly as possible.
Alright, ready?
All right, that's a good distance.
Hey,
You guys
hey,
ready?
aim at the floor first. Make it a little bit more fun.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a quick draw. Actually, put it on your hip. T-pose. You gotta draw and fire.
Actually,
on
get
your
it on your hip. Yeah.
That's fine.
Are you guys ready?
Hands up.
T-pose. T-pose. All right. When I fire, you draw and fire. Ready?
And Raptors coming victorious on that one as they do win the duel here in IVRL. A little something new and fun for y'all, as I hope you did enjoy that as we're heading back into the scoreboard. And it looks like Raptors are going to get home, and I've preset that up actually just to as a guess, and we did get right on that. And Raptors winning the duel, gonna take home as they will pick map number 1 and map number 3 if there is one, as Vikings will choose the very first ban of the day and Raptors will choose ban number 2. Hope y'all enjoyed that little bit, and thank you again to Trip and Etch as they work tirelessly on these graphics and everything that takes place. So we do appreciate them, and we'll wait for Trip to get back in here as he jumped into the lobby to be one of the referees in that duel.
I'm back.
And Trip is back. Hey, you're on camera. Fix your hair, do your makeup.
Yeah, I know.
Whatever you gotta do. Get the bun going. No, but how did the Raptors mess that up? I mean, how does Rypick mess that up?
We said there's like a 1 in 10 chance that they both grab the same loaded weapon.
Yeah.
Even after shuffling.
Right, exactly. But good times. We appreciate Trip there for well, not just Trip, but we had, who was it? Was it Jazzy that
Zach
came up?
Fontaine,
Zach.
our referee
Yep.
overseeing.
Yeah. With the original idea of changing things up in the not just a simple coin flip, but let's do something great for the world and try to make something special here.
Did you happen to catch the bands while you were in there?
No, have not got the bands yet.
All right, let's
see.
do those live. Let's pull up the bands. And
what buttons do I press?
that's a good question.
No bands.
Hit the
have
shield.
Well, no
and go
bands have
back.
been sent to me yet.
I have them right now. I'm gonna
Oh,
tell
you
them.
have them.
I have them. So, Vikings banned Downfall, and Raptors banned Snow Peak.
All right, Snow Peak and away bans Downfall. All right. And as you're seeing, folks, there's 10 maps up there, but here in the IVRL in the postseason, we're not doing any type of custom maps. So your maps on the far right, Arctic and Shipyard, which are our custom maps, will not be in play today. So we have from left to right the 8 DPI maps that are available, and Snow Peak and Downfall are off the table. 2 long-range maps. It's pretty it's not unheard of, I guess, for Vikings to go ahead and take away Raptors' most powerful map in Downfall. And they've been proven to be good on that map and really good at that map. And then on the Vikings side, or on the Raptors side, they're taking away Snow Peak, which is also a very powerful map for the Vikings. So banning, the most powerful maps or the best maps on the opposite teams. And it's going to leave us one heck of a matchup here, as we do have more close quarter than anything left in Cargo. Suburbia, Bazaar, Subway, all very close quarter maps. Quarantine and Abandon being our more long range, bigger maps available. So we shall see what's going to play out on that.
So let's see if we've got a lobby up yet. Rypick has chosen a lobby, so we do have our map 1.
All right, let me take a look here. Yes, we do. What a first map, folks. All right, none other than Subway. Subway, we are taking map number 1 here in the World Finals of IVRL. Super excited about this, folks. Hope you guys are as well. Let's see. And just gathering a little more information here.
They changed the password on us because they can't read. They are dyslexic.
That's what I was looking for.
Yeah.
I see now. All right. We'll have to you ping the teams and let them know the new password.
Well, they are all in, so I'm assuming
okay.
they know it.
Okay.
Or they're all loading in. I'm assuming that teams can disperse their own password to everyone.
We're putting a lot of faith. We're putting a lot of faith.
We are 25 weeks into a season.
Yes. Right. Well, I'll tell you what, while we're waiting for everybody to join the lobby, we're almost there. Let's take a look at the prize pool and find out what these guys are truly playing for and what they've done to get here and what they want to get here. Jumping into the prize pool here, as we can tell, World Championships are going to get an additional $1,400 in cash and prizes here. And taking first place on the NA and EU side, both of these teams have already won $2,180 apiece. And now they're battling out for that extra $1,400. And Trip, why don't you tell us where all this money and prizes have come from?
So this money and prizing has come from all over the place, but mostly from the IVRL board. They have donated a good amount of money to get this season 1 prize pool up to a worthy standard. We've also got Boke stocks from James Boke, and What else is on there? I forget.
The Raptors.
Oh, right. Raptors. They donated their prior season winnings to this season's. So it's kind of just rolling it forward, you know? It's a good way to go.
Yeah, so Raptors basically, you know, as a gambler would say, doubling down for the most part. But this was way prior in the beginning of IVRL. The Raptors won world championships last year in a different league, and they took part of their prize pool and invested it back into the IVRL as one of the members of Raptors Marksman is on the officials of IVRL as well. So we do appreciate him. We appreciate the IVR officials and James Boak.
So let's see, who are we waiting on? We do have everyone in the lobby,
do.
so let's go over today's starting lineups for the World Finals.
Right, let's
We got
jump.
Rypick, Distorted, Messino, Soldier Z, and Marksman on the Raptors side. And over on the Viking side, we've got Thrywin, Mantis, Lone Miyagi, Noctum, and Embo. I'm pretty sure these are the starting lineups for most of these teams' matches. We do have 8-member rosters, so you have the ability to switch up your rosters depending on either what map you're playing, who's feeling hot today, or who your opponent is. Maybe some
Right.
people are just better against certain people. So there's lots of flexibility with an 8-man roster on a 5-man game. And I believe both of these teams are going to come out swinging with their best lineups right off the bat. So I'm excited to see this. And this was a Raptors choice, right? So away bans first, home bans. Home gets first map choice. Away gets second map choice. Away gets third map host, but home team gets choice. That is how this works.
Simple.
It's very, very simple. I don't even have that written down. That's how simple it was.
Exactly. And like Tripp mentioned earlier, it's been an extremely long season. I mean, it's been over 6 months now. We have 21 weeks of the regular season, not counting, the holidays that were involved in there, the postseason that was involved in there. We're the 4th week of the postseason now. So we had the round robin, the quarterfinals, the semifinals, the NA final, and the EU finals, and now the World Finals. So, it's been quite a run for all of us, not only the players, but the people in the league, the officials, us casters as well. I know I'm pushing close to almost 70 cast if you count the postseason and, the Summer Showdown, which has all been running in together. So here we are, last night and last game, all down to this. And what a matchup it's going to be, as Raptors and Vikings have proved themselves, many, many times. And especially in the postseason, the Vikings have been on fire. Upsets like crazy in the EU side. Raptors just dominating the maps that they know how to dominate on. And I'm super excited as the beeps come out. We're going to start round number 1 right here, folks. Here we go.
Let's do it.
Here we go. Bring it back in. Let's go.
And we are going to start on the center platform objective. Raptors doing a little team cheer here, getting excited as the Vikings as well. Super pumped and excited. We are heading to the center platform here, as Nactum and Embo are going to stay close to objective. Nactum going to guard that step upstairs from the basement. Thrywin in the south going to guard that stairway. Mantis down in the red room of the basement. Shots coming out from Distorted. Pre-fire on the step upstairs.
Echo 5 still, no kill, no kill.
Yeah, they just want to make sure that no one comes rushing down. I mean, both of these teams would have been able to watch all of the postseason action up till now, and everyone's going to know that aggression was the key factor in a lot of this. So I think we might see a difference in playstyle here, just to play mind games, right? You want to get that thought into their head, like there could be someone here at any point, and Mantis is going to be here waiting, but he's holding a very tight angle on the basement. He's looking for anyone to come down that alley. Normally this is held by a C4 or something like that, so they might not be expecting a person waiting at the end of this hallway.
Yeah, absolutely. As the Raptors are pushing through, soldiers and a marksman, Distorted, all down here in the basement, awaiting some type of aggressive defense. As Mantis finding that first pick,
On basement.
and what a great pick to start things off. And let's not forget, folks, I hope you all have grabbed your prediction and, bet them channel points on who is going to win map number 1. Channel points are based on, just stream points. They are, free points that you earn while you're watching the stream, chatting on the stream, and also, subscribing and following the stream. The more that you do here with us, the more channel points you earn, and be a good way to have a little fun and bet on who is going to win map number 1. Marksman and Distorted still going to push here in the red room, looking for Mantis, as they did lose one person here in the basement already.
Yeah, I mean, he's playing it smart, right? 1 kill is worth it, and then backing off and retreating to somewhere. He's not covered by his team, but he could retreat even farther. He's just hit and move, and that slows them down. Time is actually the biggest factor on this map currently, because they have to clear these corners, and they're already a minute, 2.5 minutes into the match.
Yeah, and Mantis got that first pick, and nobody else really pressured him, so he did back off completely. And now Distorted and Marksman have some time to waste through the basement. Right pick finding another first kill on his side, coming through the north, which I find to be a very dangerous push. When you come through these turnstiles and you come through this alleyway, you open yourself up to a plethora of places you can be shot from. You really have hardly any cover, as you see Rypick just tucking behind the beam here. Anybody watching this north is going to find you probably before they find them.
Yeah, I don't know how you make it there, right? Like, you have to expose yourself. If no one's watching north, that's fine. But to make it to that blue pillar on the north stairs you're exposing yourself to a lot of platform.
You are, and they're really, like you mentioned, there is really nobody watching it, as Embo and Nactum are watching the entrance from the step upstairs, and that's always a high priority, as it's so close to objective, and usually pushed very often, as we're not seeing the Raptors really go that route. More in the basement, probably going to come up the basement stairways.
I think Rypick might have seen Thrywin rotate from south stairs to this track area.
I'm gonna come up.
Oh, well, let me turn that back on so that you know what I'm talking about. There we go. Lomiyagi picking up 1.
And Thrywin finding Distorted. And quickly, Vikings at a 4v2.
2 more.
Vikings looking pretty strong on round 1. There is a minute 30 left on the clock.
And
Marksman going to come up these stairs. Shoots, takes down Thrywin, but the immediate refrag. Oh, Embo misses.
yeah, what a great job there by Marksman, as he quick picks and moves out of cover, not trying to push his luck. Just makes that pick, makes that kill, and gets back down in the staircase there, so he does not get killed. Messino and Marksman, last 2 up for Raptors. That is a 2v3, and Messino finding Lone Miyagi as well, and quickly bringing this back to a even up 2v2.
I'm gonna confirm him.
Yeah, Vikings losing that man advantage in seconds. 50 seconds left on the clock. Is that enough time to get to the objective and either get a cap or get these kills? He should know where Embo is. Embo and Noctum both watching this north stairs or south stairs. Oh, that grenade!
Wow!
Oh, and he gets him in the head. What a grenade!
Goodness, and what a grenade there by Marksman. And Nactum finding the last kill on Messino, pushing for that map cap. But wow, not before that impressive grenade there by Marksman, as it dropped onto Embo's head. My goodness.
I think a little bit of not being synced up there at the end by Raptors. Messino might have been greedy. I don't know if he was actually going for a cap, but if he had waited after that kill from Marksman, the rotation should have come out, and he should have been able to just shoot the player.
Yeah, let's go to full screen replay here, and let's look at that nade that Marksman placed on the head of Embo.
Objective and either get a cap or get these kills. He should know where Embo is. Embo and Noctum both watching this north stairs or south stairs. Oh, that grenade!
Wow.
Oh, and he gets him in the head.
And what positioning that was. Just bouncing off the beam. It literally bounced off the beam and landed right by Embo's head, man. That was a great grenade. But Nactum finishing up that last kill. Well, grabbing both, honestly. He grabbed the marksman after the grenade and then took out with a Messino, trying to go for that map cap.
Yep, Messino. And it just goes to show that these guys have watched game tape, right? Because that grenade wouldn't have been useful unless you assumed there was a person there. And he did get shot at it from earlier, so
yeah.
It could have been from that. But you wouldn't really expect someone to stay in a position after they shoot. Not at this level of gameplay, right? If you shoot, your position is known, especially on the platform where you have so much open space. You should definitely get out of there as soon as possible.
Yeah, and that's the problem on offense when you're pushing the platform, as there's just a million spots you have to look for. Tons of rotation and cover spots. And we are jumping into round number 2 here, folks. On map number 1 of the World Finals, Raptors versus Vikings. And Vikings taking that first defensive round in their favor. And objective does stay in the same position, giving the Raptors the chance to play defense this time. Let's see how this is going to play out. Rypick loading up his gun, as it looks like the Vikings are making a push on the overpass and in the basement. And they decided to go north instead of overpass. So,
Mantis and Embo both coming through the downstairs looking for anyone. Soldiers going to be taking that deep back tunnel downstairs. I don't actually have a call out for it, but it's hiding in the dark with Marksman as a supporting location. So the crossfire onto this door is really what's deadly. Funneling people through a kill box like this is the best way to take them out. And if you stay far enough apart so that they can't shoot you both, they have to swing both ways. There's a high likelihood that you're going to get at least one person.
Yeah, and Soldier's position is a rather good one, as you are protected back here in the back corner for the most part, and the only spot they have to come out of the stairs basically to get you, unless they toss utility in the right position. But the only problem with the utility is they do have to get it in. They have to guess which way he's going to be. Are they going to be on the left? Are they going to be on the right? Flashes can help, but then you got to worry about possible C4 placements as well. Mantis slowly pushing through there. Embo on the backup. Nactum still far in the basement side, as two are moving through the north. We have Lone Miyagi and Thrywin. Marksman going to watch that north through the north stairs, basement stairs, as he is head peeking, watching the overpass, and could possibly see what's going to happen here in the north portion, or in the north stairs as well.
Yeah, Marksman's watching multiple angles, and I don't think he saw Thrywin on that peak right there. He is watching the overpass stairs as well as the north stairs. And that really exposes his head because there's no cover, and that's the only thing you can see.
Possible tunnel there.
Yeah.
Marksman still hasn't seen the two at north stairs.
He called out a possible tunnel approach, as he may have heard some voices coming from the north side, and the shots from Thrywin are definitely going to give that away. And Mantis and Soldiers trading there in the basement tunnel.
Echo 4 right now. Or we have 4 left.
Embo pushing out, looking for C4, and Distorted quickly here, as we got Marksman and Distorted both watching the tunnel.
Still one basement. I think that's the north stairs guy.
Not seeing Distorted. He calls out Marksman, but not ready for Distorted to be here. Shots coming out from Marksman. It's a north, and Distorted finding that shot on Embo, as he's not worried about the south stairs so much, but the north stairs is what he was focusing on.
3 minutes left on the clock. 3 Vikings still alive. You've got Noctum trying to come up from the overpass or from the basement stairs onto the objective, smoking out Messino, and then rotating away just to draw attention that way. You've still got Lomiyagi in the north, and you've got Thrywin, who has rotated all the way from the north back towards the south stairs.
Yeah, and like you mentioned, the smoke here in the step upstairs next to objective, bit of just distraction and worry, as everybody is going to be focused on that. Messino will more than likely call that out. Nactum going to push through the basement, and is Distorted going to be ready for Nactum being here?
You hit him, he's still up.
And he was not, as Nactum finds that kill. Right pick finding Thrywin as well. And we are down to a 3v2 in the favor of the defense Raptors here.
Marksman does know Noctum's there, and he's looking for the peak, but Noctum swung wide. The shots come out, and Marksman goes down. That clears out the basement. 2 minutes left on the clock. 2-on-2 now. Lomiyagi coming from the north. You've got Rypick and Messino alternating ends of the tracks on objective. It's basically the exact same approach that we saw from Raptors.
Yeah, it is. And, you know, the Vikings that invested a lot into the basement push, as they've sent 2 or 3, now 4 players in there, have killed 2, now 3 players actually in the basement, I believe. It's been the only picks, is the 2 on the stairs and the 1 in the basement. Rypick and Messino having somewhat crossing lines, as really, like you mentioned, Rypick is the only one really guarding objective, and he has a, you know, blocked vision, as he has all the way across the map, plenty of pillars in the way. And what's going to be deadly is the map cap, per se, is you can cap behind this map. You know, you get here in a crouch position, you're really covered from Rypick. You know, Messino can't see you as either, and that's just, that happens to be one of the best approaches on this uplink.
Yeah, if Rypick misses his shots, I mean, if they get behind these benches, they can cap.
Right. Yeah, Messino is not in a position to find that.
Rypick sees Lone Miyagi.
And
But
here,
the smokes come out to block that. The cross, the Rypick's moving up now. He's got to get closer. He's got to get a better angle on objective. He does. He gets Lone Miyagi. Now Noctum's coming up. 20 seconds left on the clock. Noctum coming out of the stairs. Gonna look for the kill onto Rypick, but still has to find another. He goes down from a shot in the back from Messino.
and great
13 seconds
support.
left.
Yes, great supporting lines as he does come out of the basement, picks the one in the horseshoe area, and quickly getting refragged. And that's how you play as a team, folks. You know, one's getting shot, the other is immediately there to get that pick.
And we're going to move now to a new objective, which is going to be Chinatown. There we go.
I do like Chinatown. Yeah. What a great job. There a lot of resources there spent, you know, pushing through the basement. I feel like they wasted a lot of time. I mean, it was good resource of time to push through the basement, but they spent a lot of time pushing through there as they done run out of time as they were making their approach out of the basement. I don't think they were ready to face 3 Raptors, you know, 1 on each stairs and 1 on the red room protection there.
Your night vision boost is so bright.
I just turned it down. I just turned it down. Yeah, I noticed it was. I did turn it down, so it's a little more visual friendly there. You know, as we move here to Chinatown objective. I don't know why it was as bright as it was, but
It's like GT watching.
it's the white screen. But you know, Trip, we sit here and we got Raptors versus Vikings, NA versus EU, and 2 rounds in we're 1-1. I mean, that's what I was hoping for. I was hoping for a good, hard-fought battle. We all want to see that 9-round decider, you know, the edge of our seats type of plays, and we might get that today. And we do have a round reset, it looks like.
Yes, sir. Vikings seem to have a little bit of an issue when they spawned in, but they should be back shortly. Didn't actually notice what the issue was.
No, I wasn't on them either, as I didn't see that. But usually it only takes a second. We should be right back into it. We'll jump in the scoreboard, and we'll jump right back into the game. Super quick. All right.
I was behind you. You didn't hear
Maybe,
me?
yeah.
Maybe I was ghost.
Maybe.
Sounds like there could have been an audio bug or something going on, as members of the Vikings couldn't hear each other. And like you said, we are in Chinatown objective. But we got a quick spawn here from the Raptors as they get that north spawn. And Embo is going to meet these guys here in north as a long flash comes out. The flash is not going to hit. And Embo slow peeking the corner goes down to Distorted. The flash going over the wall and not connecting with the players on the stairs. 3 members of Raptors still pushing the north stairs. Distorted, right pick, and Marksman. Flash and push. And Lo Miyagi taking the right choice here as he is moving back closer to objective. Not going to try to face off versus a group of the Dinos. South stairs push coming out from Soldiers and Messino as they are trying to get a, enclosure type of movement here on the objective. Grenade, wonderful grenade placement, not connecting to anybody that would have possibly been behind the dumpster. Smoke's coming out now from Distorted as he's protecting his cross to get behind the dumpster. A little bit of advancement here from the offense as they are going to try to make their way closer and closer to objective here. Nactum in the objective room, Lone Miyagi as well, both watching separate angles and good crossing lines.
You should see capping spot.
Thrywen guarding the south and sex shop alleyway as he has got a great overlook position over this box. Possibly going to pick off Messino or Soldiers if they don't spot him here.
Smoke 203 going out onto the objective. And lots of gunfire just trading down this. This is one of those alleys, like, even if you can't see it, you can shoot down it because there's only so much room they can move. So getting pre-fire and putting rounds down range, Mantis goes down to Marksman through some more pre-fire through the smoke.
Yeah, and all the shots from Nactum, all that pre-fire from Nactum is giving away, audio, his position by audio. They can pre-fire through the smoke back at Nactum based on where he was shooting. And Marksman finding another one. We're only down to Lo Miyagi here on this objective. And Raptors looking good on this 4v1 on the Chinatown objective.
Echo one, should be 2 bodies.
They have an accurate kill count as well. 1 left alive. And really, he's not looking towards Sex Shop Alley. If someone just came around behind him like Osei Messino here, but instead they're going to charge him. The flash comes out, but 3 Raptors are waiting.
Yeah, what a great push there by the Raptors. Working in sync, perfectly in sync as they M203 smoke, unthrowable, unclearable, has caused a ton of distraction. And just all the pre-fire.
That's one of those new strats we've seen this season, right? With the smoke on the objective. We've seen flashlights to protect from caps on those hidden capping angles. If you just put a flashlight there, it makes it impossible to cap. You got to throw the flashlight away first. What else have we seen that is new this season?
Very. I don't know if we've seen any shield play in the postseason, but we've seen it throughout the regular season. Finally, the shield here in the IVRL. But definitely the flashlights have been probably the most standout new thing that we've seen. Flashlight on objectives and on alleyway entrances and places that you funnel down into and can't get past. You just can't see past that flashlight.
Yeah. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I thought there was something else that we had seen that I was like, oh, wow, that's a smart use of utility.
You can... Well, I mean, we've seen the lit molly that's been placed down. And you can shoot it from a distance and set it off, or the double C4 placements, and even our C4s have been placed in the wide open. Even if they're shot and disabled, they can still be blown up by grenades. So teams tend to fall for that. I disabled the C4, I'm clear to push up, and then all of a sudden a grenade comes by and you just get this huge explosion of both grenade and C4. Round number 4.
Even if you don't shoot it, right? If you stab a C4 to disable it, it does turn off the light on the clacker. So they know someone just disabled my C4 and they're right. They know your exact location at that point.
Right.
I'm gonna hope I don't botch this flashbang like last time.
And mirrored spawns coming out from the Vikings as they do spawn in the north. Marksman gonna push the north stairs quick and heavy, dropping a C4 by the sounds of it. And shots coming out from Soldiers as he was looking for anybody pushing the south stairs. Nobody there as the spawn did come, like I mentioned, from the north here. Mantis pushing back on the north stairs, waiting for any aggressive defensive push here. And Miyagi has him backed up.
Soldiers is going to be stuck between Thrywin and Noctum coming out of the overpass and Embo coming up from the south stairs. But if they don't push at the same time, then it wouldn't be as much of a problem. They really need to sync up their approaches. This is where the team communication comes in. At the high level, you get the pre-stage positions, right? You say, okay, get to your spot and then give a double click and we'll know you're ready to go. And once you've got 3 double clicks, your team's all set and everyone can start moving.
Yeah. And we're here on Soldiers just looking at this extremely tight angle that he's holding, you know, behind one of these white impenetrable boxes. And we'll find out if he can see Thrywin. And Thrywin seems to made it past his tight little angle, depending on which way he backs up. And there's the head of Thrywin. Shots coming out, not connecting. Thrywin looking at that known meta spot around the corner, but Soldier's not there as he is in a different position. Flash coming
Soldier.
out.
Ooh, doesn't catch him.
Doesn't catch the flash.
One on Main Street.
Nactum finding Soldiers.
Main Street.
Getting that refrag quickly. Embo taking shots as well with that M203 HE frag in already dead Soldiers is even more dead now.
Yeah, I mean, they did exactly what I said earlier. They synced up that approach, so Soldiers didn't have anywhere to go. He couldn't retreat.
Oh, that frag just missing Lone Miyagi. And utility after utility coming out. Smoke's coming out. Mantis, danger close to objective. And pre-firing the smokes, almost grabbing a TK there on Marksman. Lone Miyagi and Mantis both grabbing Marksman as Messino quickly getting that refrag. Lone Miyagi peeking the corner, gets taken down by Rypick. And what a chaos on objective. More smokes coming out from Nactum as they get caught up on that overhang.
A nice frag into that smoke to clear it. Another one going out. Oh, that's a flash.
And
Knocked him in the smoke. He took shots. They know he's there. Now they just need to wait. He can't go anywhere. They have an inaccurate kill count, though. They think there's 2 alive.
And
they're in the
pre-fired
smoke.
by Rypick. And man, that's what them big box magazines as Rypick had that PKM and just unloaded in the smoke.
Wow.
Man, a lot went down there on that OBJ and a lot of just pre-fire through the smokes. And you'll notice half of them kills nobody knew they even got. And that is the power of, you know, understanding the game and the smokes coming out, pre-firing, having some of those specialists, or not specialists, but support guns, M249s and the PKMs and the big box magazines where you can just unload for a straight minute and just hold back anybody trying to push on you.
Yeah, I'm team support. That's my.
It's easy,
that's
right?
my
You just
weapon of
never run
choice.
out. There's nothing to, you know, no. Who wants to reload? I think I've watched a cast with you and you ran out of a big box magazine and you were surprised. It was on Bazaar.
I did that a
think it
couple
was
times
against
in
us.
the
It might have been
postseason.
against us.
Yeah.
Might have been against us, and you were like, "How did I approach OBJ without any more ammo in a 250 round?"
I remember that. I charged the ice cream truck, and then my gun clicked, and I was like, retreat!
Turn around.
Yeah,
Not a good idea.
Yeah, not a good time.
But you know, these are the things you'll learn as you grow through the game, the longer you play. And here we're watching right now, currently the 2 top teams in the world. And you're going to see plays and things that you may have never seen, but may seem really simple to you. And, you know, they're able to make these things happen with ease because they've done it over and over. They've practiced it. They've been together for a long time and they proved themselves worthy enough to be here. So we're
moving.
Good.
No, okay. We're going to the south stairs objective, the new one. Vikings on defense. Where's the spawn? It's the quick spawn for Raptors. Are they going to push the Chinatown aggressively? That's my favorite thing to do.
Yep, and we shall see the defense more than likely push them on this quick spawn and find out if they're there or not, as Embo and Thrywin are both coming this way. Oh, and a team kill from Thrywin as the pre-fire does come out. And
Just a team down.
And Marksman taking down Embo as he was injured. The Rywan getting aggressive as well with that 249, or that PKM. Not finding Marksman as he does kill his teammate. And Thrywan not giving up on this corner. Wow, what an M203. That M203 just picked up their second kill as Soldiers finds another one in the center platform. Mantis finding Marksman on that quick refrag through that very tight angle here in Sex Shop Alley onto the Chinatown. And Messino looking for that refrag and almost getting taken out himself by Mantis. And wow, we are 1 minute in and it is a 4v2.
Mantis getting pushed from behind by Distorted now. I don't know if he's heard him come up the stairs, but he is exposed. He's going to go down right here. Distorted just waiting for a shot. Finds the shot, gets him, just down.
Great job there. And only one left as the pre-fire comes out. And Soldiers finding Lone Miyagi on the south stairs. And Raptors taking a dramatic 4-1 lead here on map number 1.
Yeah, very, very different change in pace from the first 2 rounds. Raptors starting to pull away now, dominating with that aggression.
They are, and it's the opposite. It seems like their offense is splitting up in 2 different ways and just taking complete different approaches, and then just surrounding these guys, putting pressure on one side, and then forcing the pressure on the other side. You know, when they're not ready for it.
I will say I thought it was a little weird at start because they sent 2 to Chinatown and 3 down below, which is the longer route. I would have thought 1 down below maybe, but the majority of your force normally goes through Chinatown because you have the ability to split to 2 approaches.
Right. Yeah, I mean, this is Raptors' pick. I mean, obviously, we're going to see some possible favoritism from them, as we're seeing. They know this map. They play this map quite often. It's not like Vikings don't, but it's a DPI map. It's been around forever. These teams have played this thousands of times, but still, as a team, you're just not good at every single map. That's just, it's just not a thing, right? So there's certain maps that you excel at, and I think that's what we're seeing from the Raptors pick here.
Raptors only need 1 point to secure map number 1. We're only 30-some minutes into this matchup.
Yeah.
Do you think it's going to be a quick one, or do you think we're going to go all the way?
I really hope
That's
we go
on map
3
3.
Yeah. You know, we're not... Mama, if you're listening, we didn't
I'm hearing in my ear that we're not allowed to take bets.
Let's just say we haven't gone all the way yet this postseason. It's a map 3.
Yeah, right.
And still have that south OBJ and north spawn on the platform, so not quick spawn. Wasted grenade as nobody is there, but it was a good play in case they did have that quick spawn. And
yeah, good usage of it for sure.
It was very good placement as it bounced off the wall and would have gotten anybody hiding behind that corner. Nactum being the lonely guy coming, looks like, from the south side as the other 4 members are heading through the north alleyway. Gonna push through Chinatown, and I would imagine split up and go a few into Chinatown, a few into the main horseshoe alley there.
Yeah, I mean, if you have 4 players push into Chinatown, a 2-2 split makes the most sense. Maybe even a 3-1, because getting that overpass exit area is pretty important. Or you could do the smart thing. You could send 3 out one way, clear it, and then rotate back, and you only need 1 to hold so that no one comes through Chinatown and flanks you.
Yeah, and as we have 1 coming through the overpass, the horseshoe, he's Nactum. He's at the bottom of the staircase there. Soldier is going to be the first one getting a little bit of interaction, if not Distorted, as he is in a bit of an ambush position, watching that step up in the far west.
No, don't just forget about that corner, hold it. Wise already watching it. Do you want the 203 there, or?
Your choice, man.
Vikings just communicating, trying to figure out their push here from Chinatown.
Okay,
I
Right,
think
we
he's
got
halfway
flashbang.
up their side of Sex Alley, so...
And this is what you're going to see at the, the high rank range here is tons of communication, trying to figure out where they're going to flash, where they're going to M203, what do they want to smoke. As a team, it's not just individual plays here. It's not, you know what, I'm going to smoke here for me and I'm going to push and not worry about the rest of my team. These guys are talking every move out. They're giving away their positions and they don't care so much as they need to know as a team what they plan to do. Distorted still waiting here patiently, waiting for that ambush position. Got a great view on anybody that comes up the staircase. So technically, nobody can get to the objective from this side unless Distorted sees them first.
Distorted does see him, and he's going to start pushing out now. But
Yep.
Embo is watching the backside. Doesn't see him before he gets Mantis, but he
Yep.
does get the refrag.
And,
Mantis.
Distorted did his job as he did get one kill. The big thing is not to give away your life for anything as another trade comes out, a 1v1 here, not the same players, but down to a 3v3 as the quick refrags are coming out. And again, it's not uncommon at this stage and this level. If you kill somebody, you are more than likely going to be shot at immediately or within a few seconds.
This is one of the other things we've seen this season. Marksman's position behind the objective, using it as cover.
Yes. Yep. And I've done it. I am guilty of it. As you get down to 1 or 2 players left. We'll take a look from the other angle. Zoomed in, player tags off. I can't even see Marksman. He is perfectly placed behind the objective, unable to be spotted right now. And if Embo decides to push any further, I would imagine a C4, as it is a very C4 heavy location.
Yeah.
Check Marksman. Does he have a clacker?
He
on
has
hand?
a clacker in hand, and the C4 is
Yep.
at the bottom of the corner.
Okay. Yes. So after he pushes the corner, that's waiting for him there, as C4 is directional. Masino grabbing that first kill behind one of the impenetrable white boxes. Staying prone. Naktum calling him out, and gonna be quickly refragged by Lomiyagi, and that revive should come out. Marksman looking for that grenade in C4, not grabbing Enbo. Marksman rotating off, helping protect what was Masino's line. Marksman finding one as he's rotating back, looking for Embo. Pre-fire shots coming out, and great job by both sides as we are at a 2v2 here. And Embo staying prone.
Right, putting those shots down range. He knows that someone's there. Smoke coming out. Marksman gets Lone Miyagi on the backside. Now needs to rotate back to support his teammate Embo. Just hanging out, waiting for the bullets to stop flying. But he gets picked in the smoke again.
Wow. And
wow.
I have to say that's got it. That I don't know how many pre-fires and just constant M249 and PKM shots that's been going on today. You're seeing it here, folks. That support just really paying off. And just like that, we are done with map number 1, 5-1 on the Raptors. All right. And we'll see what map number 2 is going to be, as the Vikings will rehost and go into map number 2. We'll know when they get there, as we have no idea what map number 2 will be.
Map number 1, 5-1 to Raptors.
Yeah, what an impressive job by the Raptors.
I forgot to turn off the night vision boost.
So did I. I'm restarting onward. But while we wait for map number 2, folks, we'll send you into an intermission and check out some of these highlights from previous matches. We'll see you on map number 2 as Raptors take map number 1, 5-1. We'll head over to map number 2 and we'll see what it is when we get there. Be right back, folks. ladies and gentlemen, we are back here on map number 2, and we are heading to none other one of the most played, I believe, most played maps on the postseason. And we're heading to Bazaar. I think I've seen Bazaar more than any map so far.
Yeah, I think you'd be right.
Yeah. And what a first map that we had as Raptors map pick, taking map number 1 Subway 5-1. All right, and I believe we have all members in the lobby. Should be firing things off here and very shortly.
We're going to start with the ice cream truck objective, South Central. And Raptors are going to be on the defense. Let's see whether Vikings get east or west. If they get west, we've seen a lot of teams just lay down smoke. We've seen super fast caps on this objective. They cross the street, cover the street, and then just run right into the back door of objective. There's usually only one person on objective that can see that cross. So if they get that one person down, everyone else has to crash by the time that you're typing in that code.
Yeah, absolutely. And the ice cream objective being one that where, you know, you can cap inside the building, outside the building, plenty of spots, and we've seen plenty of caps throughout the postseason come down from this one. And things
we won't have to wait much longer.
No, we don't. As we are getting started here on round number 1 of map number 2, Vikings pick of Bazaar. And we've seen Vikings do some amazing things here throughout the postseason on Bazaar.
Let's go. One up. Call on spawns. Let's go. Come on.
Raptors 1 map away from winning the World Finals, and Vikings have a little bit to come back to here.
If I can get the angle, Ali.
I'm gonna put one smoke out. Who else?
You need the smoke.
East spawn, Mantis throwing a smoke. Embo goes down immediately. And gets confirmed through the smoke.
Yes, there's a smoke.
And once again, that pre-fire through the smoke, grabbing those kills. And it's just been one of those days where all the pre-fires are landing. The right timings have been just, you know, grabbing more kills than it seems like one-to-one gunfights have been. It's been refrags and blind fires through the smoke have been the major kill method here.
I don't know, man. I think you should.
Looking at the
I think
defense
sort
here.
of may have run through one whole box mag already.
Which is fine because you have 3 of them. So there's what, 700 rounds, 600 rounds?
It's,
PKM?
I think it's 150 per box.
Yeah, 450, 600 rounds, something like that on the PKM. I mean, you have.
I've run out. I've completely run out. It happens. Okay.
I'm not sure if I got him.
Mantis taking shots while right pick. Right pick.
Right pick in a strong position, and he's always flanking. He's pushing it now. Gonna go into that west kill box, and if he can get behind, if he can get to like Kia and then get behind Nocta, he'll have a really nice shot too.
Yep.
It would be far away from objective though. He is trying to stay close to objective, but he's in very unmeta position, so it's gonna be hard to find him.
Yeah, and this is, I don't know, for me this is one of those that it's very risky to get too far away on this objective, as it's, if things go south, there's too many spots to be hidden and still cap. You know, it's the smoke's like there's coming out. You know, if he would run to Kiat and he would be the last one up, it'd be very hard.
He's inside Bazaar.
And another pre-fire from that big box magazine through the Bazaar, grabbing Nactum.
I'm across street. I don't think you can get me. I will look there. I smoked OBJ now, so they are panicking maybe.
Distorted, trying to look and see if he can get a kill on a res, or if he can maybe confirm that body.
On market, east side of market.
Yeah, and good call outs by Nactum as he is down. and still able to call out where the people are around objective.
Maybe that's. Oh, what?
Mantis and Lone Miyagi both going to cross back north to go try and get that res. But Rypick, still in his position, is going to have a nice long angle on these crosses, and he sees it. He takes the shots. He misses the one.
Yeah, and Mantis gets across, gets through the blue room, should find Nactum here on the revive.
You don't die yet.
And shots ringing out to protect that and cause some distractions as they do want to get this revive, bringing it back to a 5v3.
Oh shit! I didn't expect that.
Nactum a bit surprised of the revive.
It was a really far out there, long rotation, and it took a lot of time out from their push. They only have 2 minutes left on the clock now.
Yeah, and that's the problem with these larger maps and so much ground to cover. As you do go for those, long rotation revives, you waste a lot of time.
That's mine.
Good shot by Mantis there as he finds Distorted, and Rypick getting Nactum in the street as Rypick sits in the fountain. And Soldiers grabs the revive, bringing Raptors back up to a full 5v roster.
I got two, another one dead.
Rypick doing damage, telling his team, that's him, don't shoot the friendly.
Yes.
Now Mantis looking for the kill. Mantis shoots at him, doesn't connect. He gets him once, but Rypick's looking for a kill before the res. He's going to go for the heal. And now Mantis still looking. Rypick knows he's there. Knows it's the last man. Reloads. Ready for a fight. Here's the footsteps. Takes the shots. Doesn't hit him. Can't find him.
Mantis grabbing a two-piece quickly as he gets to the ice cream truck. Only a minute left. Running out. Gonna take out one more on a trade, but 2 left up. Star Raptors. And Raptors taking round number 1 of map number 2.
What a aggressive push at the end there. He still had a minute left, and he just decided, I'm going to roll right straight towards the objective and take anything out along the way. And he did. He got 3.
He did. The last one being a trade. And, like you said, there was still a minute left with the aggression, man. He got them a couple kills, and he just kept pushing. He did not want to stop. Right. Tell you what, with the second here, we'll jump into, let's look again at what the starting lineup is and the pictures and the team, of each side, and the profiles that they did send in to us, as the Raptors have a starting lineup of Marksman, Distorted, Messino, Raz, Rypick, Soldiers, and Tiger Striker. And you can see the battles that they faced in their postseason there at the bottom. The Vikings roster is Mantis, Lone Miyagi, Embolism, Nactum, Shadow Warrior, Thrywind, the Caltrup, and Turtle. And there are some of the postseason battles that they had to face again as well. And man, what a hard-fought battle for the Vikings as they had to go through, beginners and boss fight, friendly fire. I mean, that is a tough lineup to go through. And Raptors as well, facing off against Dark Matter twice, and Kai, who ended up beating them, but then going undefeated on the other 4. And what a road both teams have had to take to get here.
Yeah, it was a long postseason. I mean, we played 2 of those days, and it was just drag-out matches. But it was fun, and it was some of the best Onward we've played.
Yeah. With all the new recording mandates and Pink Plotter and everything, we've seen a very smooth postseason, and hope to things in the future go the same. As we do have Ice Cream Truck objective one more time here, as now Vikings going on defense, but a little different spawn from the offense. What are we going to see? We're going to see a lot of smoke cross?
I don't think so. I think Raptors play a little bit more reserved. Noctum, actually, we're seeing a very aggressive Noctum and Thrywind trying to push into the Bazaar. Thrywind taking shots from Messino. Noctum also standing in the open. Thrywind goes down. Noctum pushing. The call out that OBJ is open comes out. Marksman just coming around the corner, ready for Noctum.
Wow, Noctum finding him. What a aggressive push there by Noctum and grabbing that kill as Soldiers is crossing the road. Will Noctum find him? And is going to see him and grabs that one. Revive coming out from Embo. Distorted next to objective as well. Rypick grabbing Lone Miyagi in the south. Mantis grabbing Distorted and Nactum grabbing Distorted back on the refrag and down to a 2v2. And man, what chaos has presumed here as Nactum's going to find another one possibly. Misses those shots onto Messino and Rypick close to objective as well. Nactum rushing back as the last one up, and as Rypick almost had the code in, Messino taking down that last kill. Wow. Minute 15, and that round is over, Trip.
That was super aggressive, and it wasn't even with the starting smokes that I thought it would have.
Yes, it was. There was some aggressive push from the defense as they pushed across the street into the market area, and you know, they just were able to sit there and pick off apart as much as they could, but they were just overpowered by the Raptors.
Chat is telling me that the box mags are 250 a pop.
Okay.
Which I know is what the spec is in real life, but I don't know if the in-game ones have 250. So someone should go.
I know the M249 has 250. I know that for a fact. They have 250, but I don't know about the PKM. As
Probably the same thing.
I would imagine. I in my mind, for some reason, I'm thinking 200, but I don't know if I'm right on that. So again, chat will tell us, and you know, I think 200 and 250, but we'll find out. They will let us know. And I'm wondering if I should go off cam. Maybe clear up any stutters.
I think the stutters are network, not camera related.
Yeah. And apologize, folks, if we do have a few stutters here and there, as this seems to be very irregular. And we are jumping quickly back into round number 3.
That's right. Look at you learning the maths.
It's easy when they don't cap. As long as they don't cap, I can figure out the rounds pretty easily.
Yeah, it's not like last weekend when it was 3 caps in one match, and I was like, we're on round
something. Yeah, exactly.
With
it was
7 points on the board or something like that.
Yeah. And here we are in the southeast courtyard objective, and the Vikings starting off in the northeast behind Kiats as they do make their approach, and a full 5-man pushing in sync as Rypick finding one.
They spawned east, Echo 4.
These quick picks within the first few seconds, man, are been detrimental to both sides as they get them first couple quick kills. And great positioning here by Rypick as he is watching an important line.
I really wonder if those early picks are because of the EU playstyle. Like, we don't see a lot of quick early picks. When we were watching some of the EU finals and wildcards and everything, we were seeing a lot of smoke on both offense and defense to get to positions, but we didn't see engagements right off the bat. They really kind of just went to their position, staged up, and then attacked from there. And here we're seeing some very aggressive defensive positions, watching lines that, you know, if the offense was ready for it, Distorted takes down Thriwin from the blue room. But if the offense was ready for it, they could easily have gotten that pick as well, right? That's an exposed defensive position, common defensive position. And so it's really who shoots first. But the Vikings don't seem to be looking for those lines, maybe because they're not used to them being played against them.
Yeah, the Raptors have just been playing just solid defensive starting lines and looking at, you know, spawn positioning and knowing their map knowledge is coming into place here. They know where to get to find out quickly what side the spawn's going to be on and possibly get a pick from. And that's what you're seeing. You know, here we just saw that northeast cross on the road, you know, pick coming from there. And we saw Rypick sitting behind the refrigerator room there and just looking towards North Kiat. And I don't know if it's, like you said, the Vikings just pushing through these lines and not paying attention and not worried about it, or, you know, just Raptors being at the right, you know, right positions at the right time.
Miyagi coming out of ice cream truck. Going to be pushing up. They are pretty in sync. They've got Nactum and Miyagi in relatively close positions, and they've got Embo trying to make that cross over to the tank, but they do know that someone died over there. And there's another pick from Distorted, getting the head of Noctum.
And good refrag there by Embo. And again, I was just going to mention that you're just watching the Raptors pick these guys apart, before they even get close to the objective. And again, it's lines and Messino once again finding, Embo at the broken wall. And, it's just them picking out spots that from a distance. They're just watching these right lines. I feel like they've done their homework and, they're picking defensive spots and good lines.
It's all about the refrags, right? Messino, I don't know if you saw it, but as soon as Embo shot and took down Distorted from the eastern courtyard, Messino immediately trained his laser on that broken wall because that's the next open spot for that player to go to if they come south. So it's really that picture in your head, right? That says,
Yep.
Oh, there's a player here. They can move here. If they think they're clear here. Miyagi now pushing into objective, gets Rypick.
Yeah, you're right.
Mark.
And good move there by Lo Miyagi as I was on him and, just watch him slowly creep up and got to position. And again, there's that refrag. There's that quick refrag. The shots came out from the road. Marksman rotated just in time to grab him before pushing into the objective.
Yeah, I mean, that's Raptors' main skill. They're pack animals, right? Yeah. So you can't take down one and then not expect a refrag from a different position. Yep. So you really, once you shoot, you've got to move, you've got to duck, you've got to find cover. You can't stay in the same position because they will track you.
Right. And, Raptors have played this game for a long time, and this is the style that we've seen them play. Now, EU and NA doesn't face off against each other very often unless you do find each other in comp lobbies or you find each other in scrims. So these guys really don't have a lot of knowledge, like one-on-one facing each other and what they do. I think it's coming down to you've done some homework. You found out what maps each team has been dominant on, and maybe which team has been slightly not so good on, and you're picking those. But as far as a face-to-face battle, they probably haven't had that much often as a team versus team, very competitive, scenario, as they don't get to face each other very often. So now it's just playing their normal game. These guys are setting up and playing their normal spots and going what they know. And right now, Raptors are just on point. See, we're going into round number 4 here very shortly, as the spawn in does happen for us. And let's jump into the defensive side of the Vikings.
Yeah.
Well, you
Then
have
I'm
South,
kind of
right?
Yeah, Vikings need to put a point up on the board. They need to stay alive.
if you feel it.
No,
Yeah, you definitely don't want to go down 4-0 on this map, as you don't want that feeling of every round is the final round, possible final round. So right now this defense really does need to pull together and find themselves a victory here. Shots coming out from Rypick again with that pre-fire.
That pre-fire allowing soldiers to cross that courtyard. And see, another thing we're not seeing, Noctum could have taken a line through that window to cover the courtyard and get those kills. Instead, he stays back. Soldiers now going to come out behind Mantis. The flashes did come out. Oh, there's a frag into the street. No, it's a flash into the street. Rypick gets Mantis as he walks right into his bullets.
Yeah, Rypick again with those pre-fire shots and just unloading that magazine and moving forward and basically, slicing the pie of that doorway and just taking one section at a time with all that fire. Not giving any chance for that defensive player to go anywhere else.
Rywin sneaking up on these guys while they're talking. Soldier's going to get shot in the back here. He sees both. He clocked them both.
Wow, great job.
What a gun discipline there.
Rywin rotating back into the blue room as he picks up 2, and that's going to give a huge advantage here to the Vikings. Quickly down to a 4v5 deficit, and then Thrywin turning that back around, and now a 3v4 in their favor.
I don't know if that's a confirm or not.
As we sit here in the center courtyard, we can hear some of the comms from both sides. They can't hear all these comms, but it just happens to be a glitch in the game where we can hear all the comms from both sides. As we look at the overhead map, two of them pushing through the south, about to interact with Embo here.
Embo. Yeah, Embo hiding behind those pallets. I don't think that they are solid. They are penetrable. And he's looking underneath through the cracks, but I don't know if Distorted can see that spot. He is not aware of this position. Embo comes out firing.
One south. Why don't you listen?
But Embo gets refragged by Mancino after asking his teammates why they don't listen. Marksman picks up Thrywind as in his aggressive defensive position in the Bazaar.
And
Out of 2-on-2.
Yeah. Marksman getting them confirmation shots to ensure the death there, and not alive, giving out his position on the callouts. Naktem gonna move up to the scaffolding there and try to look down onto the courtyard here, and we'll find out what line Marksman's gonna try to pick here. Well, if he crosses the street, Naktem should see him.
It's a super risky position from Noctem. Marksman's going to see him now.
Yeah.
He's completely exposed to the street.
Yes, he was very high, and shots did come out from center courtyard there. I'm surprised the line from Naktem was the way it was as he was watching south. And 2v1, last member up, left of Vikings. Lone Miyagi.
Marksman putting shots through the pallets in the alley. And now they're both going to approach from the south. Lone Miyagi looking north. Marksman puts out a flash into the courtyard and starts pieing the corner. They have to clear 4 buildings to figure out where this person is. He doesn't see a gun. There's no flag on that corner. He doesn't know where Miyagi is.
Wow,
Oh, Miyagi
onward
just
timing.
moved forward.
Onward timing, my goodness.
Now he's going to see the gun. He knows he's there. The smoke comes in. Marksman.
Wow,
Oh, wow.
what a shot by Lone
gets the shot, but
Miyagi. And
Mancino
Lone Miyagi is
ready
gonna,
for the refresh.
Oh. Wow.
Raptors take it.
What a trade at the end. And, man, just seconds there. Split seconds for Lone Miyagi not winning that trade-off at the end. And Raptors going up 4-0 here on map number 2. Only 1 point away from the World Finals.
1 point away and
Wow.
1 new objective. We're moving to the Kiat.
Oh, it's got to end in the Kiat. Possible ending in the Kiat, too. I mean, wow.
Raptors on defense. What do you do if you're Vikings at this point? Do you get super aggressive and just go for it?
I don't know. If they have been playing their whatever plan that they've been trying doesn't seem to be working. This is their map pick. They have proven to have been successful on Bazaar in the past, but something's not working, something's not clicking, so they got to change whatever they're doing. They got to change up whatever method they have tried. And Bazaar being a popular choice of them, I'm sure Raptors have studied it throughout this postseason.
Oh, for sure. Raptors, I know, have watched all kinds of game tape.
I know.
And now they are 1 point away from being crowned the world champions of the IVRL Season 1. It's going to be the preferred spawn for me. I like the East spawn. And it looks like they're going to come in aggressively.
Yeah, they're going all forward. It looks like smokes are ringing out into the center. Plenty of smokes. And this is the same play we've seen them do in previous times, as Rypick is making a big rotation. Distorted as well, as they are kind of approaching the corners and the edges and possibly going to rotate in and see if they can pick off some of these guys from behind, as Rypick is moving through the center Bazaar. Finds one in Lone Miyagi. Distorted trying to find the same route. And Marksman finding another one. Thrywind looking for soldiers, but Rypick again from the backside. Embo going down as he takes down soldiers, and Embo's going to run inside. And Rypick's there to bust find. And Mancino finding the last kill, and there it is, folks. The world champions Raptors taking map number 2, 5-0.
Wow.
Wow is
Raptors.
right.
Woo. 54 seconds to take that world championship crown.
And just like that, folks, it's over. That's it. That was IVRL in a nutshell. We are, wow. I did not expect a 10-1 final here in the end. That's
me either.
That's impressive. That's impressive by the Raptors. We know there was a ton of gameplay that was more than likely watched, and just, well, I don't know, man. I mean, it seemed like they knew the Vikings' every move. I mean, they were just there at every spot, and they played very, very well. So congratulations to the Raptors there, as they just clinched themselves world champions here in the IVRL season number 1, and taking home an additional $1,400 in the prize pool.
Yeah, congrats to Raptors securing North America the World Championship title. Not that I'm biased or anything.
No, and Vikings made one heck of a run through the EU. I mean, the road that they had to take to get here is impressive alone. Just hearing the names Boss Fight and Beginners and what they had to do to get to this point is impressive. I mean, we cannot take that away from them, as Boss Fight and Beginners, both very stout teams that have always been in the top ranks of the EU and the world for the past years.
Yep. I mean, I just think the entire season has been great matches. Like, I have not been bored all season long.
No.
We've seen crazy plays. We've seen Caps and Smoke standing on top of each other. We've seen new strats come out. We saw all kinds of new strats coming out in the regional finals last weekend.
Yeah.
Then it's just been great. And honestly, I'm really curious how they're going to keep going and bring new strats to next season, right?
Right. Yeah, and hopefully, everybody had a good time here and enjoyed the IVRL, as, we are just concluding season number 1 with lots more to come. We have an impressive summer, activities coming up, new things going to possibly happen here for the IVRL, as Vale is going to make their approach here into the IVRL. And we are going to be hosting a tournament later this summer, around August, September timeframe?
Yeah, September, October, August. I think it starts in August is what we said.
Yeah.
Starts in August with the LAN at the end of September or beginning of October.
Yep. And how about we take a look once more at that Vale promo and what's going to happen here in the summertime. All right, again, ladies and gentlemen, we want to thank y'all for being here. And let's just take a look at that prize pool one more time and what these guys have taken home and are winning here in IVRL seasons number 1. And already the prize pool for first place in the NA in the EU has granted these guys $2,180 apiece. And getting to the World Championship, as we just saw, Raptors taking that victory and getting themselves $1,400 in addition to their original $2,180. And again, special thanks to the IVR officials. Trip is included that, my co-caster, as they have donated their personal money to fund this first season's prize pool. So right out of their own pockets, we get to play video games for money, and can't ask for more than that. Again, special thanks also to the Raptors. Their winnings from last year's World Championship, partial of that has been donated back into the fund. And James Boak of Boak Stocks also donating some 8 or 10 Boak Stocks into the prize pool as well. And those went out to the regional champions. So once again, thank you all for everything that you've donated into the prize pool. And Special thanks goes out to Trip and Etch, as they have supplied us for all these great graphics, all this wonderful casting stuff. The beautiful buttons and the deck that I have to work with makes my job so easy when I'm back here behind the mic.
Yeah, and we want to give a shout out to everyone that joined along for the ride this season 1. The league has grown. I think our Discord's up at like 1,000 some people. We've got 750 Twitch followers, tons of viewers, and everyone has been super helpful. We've been building, we've been adjusting, we've been listening to the community. That's what we're here for. We're going to have a postseason survey go out so that we can get some feedback for next season, as well as, speaking of next season, the roster lock is officially over. You can now go register for season 2, make your teams, go to the website, go to the Discord, use the bot. I don't remember all the ways to do it, but you can definitely do it. If you can't do it, if you can't figure it out, make a ticket in the Discord and we'll get our nerds on it.
Get our nerds on it. Yes, we do have plenty of nerds in the Discord that can help you out with everything. Like Trip said, make a ticket for anything that you have. And as the summer goes on and season 2 and Veil comes up, there is going to be plenty of opportunities for more positions in the IVRL as far as officials and everything else too. So if you're interested in helping us out, anything you can do, make a ticket and, you know, talk to us about how you can help or what you may think you want to do. But enough of us sitting here chatting. Congratulations once again to the Raptors taking the World Championship here in the IVRL, and Vikings a hard-fought battle to get themselves here. Any last words, Trip?
I think we should roll Etch of the video again. I feel like it needs to be seen.
It does. Do I have to talk through it again?
No.
Nah, we'll just roll it. Etch, thank you so much for this wonderful World Championship one-on-one battle, Vikings versus Raptors. Let's check it out before we leave. As we see the EU champions, Vikings. And Vikings again. Hard-fought road through the Scandinavian country, traveling many seas and battling through all these small towns of the IVRL Discord. Heathens, the barbarians, taking no prisoners as they move through to the World Championship. Masters of long distance, they have shown and proved throughout the regular season and postseason that they are the masters of long distance maps, Snow Peak being their best map. 24 points scored and only 8 given up throughout the regular season. And look at that playoff record as they fought Dead Logic, Friendly Fire, Boss Fight, and Beginners at a 4-1 record. On to the NA champions, Raptors, and now currently world champions here. Raptors coming from a distant prehistoric era and time frame through the jungle of time. Raptors traveling in a pack, deadly by themselves, but almost undefeated as a group and as a pack. Nothing can take them down, but only God himself. Hungry and playoff feasting as we have just witnessed, and what a record in the postseason, only losing their very first round in the postseason and then going undefeated in the last 4 matches and only giving up 7 total points. Downfall being their strongest map, 23 points scored, 9 given up in a regular season, 124 to 91 points scored to given up. Raptors world champions as they have faced off ahead against the Vikings and have become victorious. Thank you again to Etch. Thank you again to Trip and all the IVR officials that made this happen, and the IVRL community. We appreciate y'all so much, and we love that you're here and love that you spend so much time with us, and we can't wait till the next few steps of IVRL and season 2. Again, if you want to roster your team, rosters are open. Get into the Discord and make that team.
We will see you all next season.
All right, it's been a lovely time, folks, and for season 1, I am Lampy28, and thank you, Trip, for co-casting as our final sign-off. Have a good night, folks, and God bless y'all.